Hello and welcome to Balanced Existence. I am back with day 5 of our 31-day series that I am recording in December 2025, but of course, this is a timeless reading for you. So if you're just joining us here, be sure to check out days 1 through 4. And this purpose of this series is for us to recalibrate our energy and get on track with our highest timelines. So if you're here, I trust that there is a message for you, and let's dive right into the reading. Okay, so as always, we're going to start with the oracle card and the astrology card to guide the reading, and then we'll go into the tarot. So today's oracle card, we have the kindness. We actually got this on day 2, so that's already coming up again here today on day 5. So Spirit is definitely encouraging you to have kindness for yourself on this journey. You know, in day 4's reading, we talked a lot about healing and some of those heavier energies. I mean, day 4's oracle card was healing. And with those heavier energies, I think coming on to day 5, we're really just being reminded to continue to have that kindness for ourselves, that self-compassion, and continuing to keep your heart open as you navigate along your journey. And for the astrology card, we have Aries. So interesting. This is that spark of energy, that fiery new beginning. It talks a lot about, the self and what you need to do on this journey. So let's read from the card. It says, the dynamic energy of fire blends with the cardinal can-do quality and advocates taking action. Take charge, take risks, take control. The key phrase, I am, means that the motivation is centered on the self. In this situation, ask, how does this benefit or affect me? Whatever you do, do it with as much energy as you can muster. The energy of Aries can be really self-involved. While paying attention to your own best interest can be a good thing, it is easy to get caught up in that track and lose sight of the larger situation. Avoid selfishness. Okay, with that being said, definitely you are on a journey where you are being called to heal and be kind to yourself and ask yourself what you need in these moments. So let's pull some tarot. We have the Sun and the Ace of Cups. Wow, that's beautiful. The Hierophant, the Judgment, interesting. And the High Priestess, wow. Okay, so let's dive right in. We've got the Sun to start us off. I mean, this is just beautiful, joyous energy. So wherever you're at, Spirit is reminding you that the kindness you have for yourself comes down to reconnecting with your inner child, allowing yourself to feel joy and truth, the truth of your authentic self, unapologetically, of your natural essence. This is the version of you that radiates and that recognizes that joy, like you deserve joy. Joy is your birthright. That is innate knowledge to your inner child. And with the Aries card also and the Sun, it's definitely this bright, warm, fiery energy. And that kind of sacred claiming of your joy that you feel deeply throughout yourself, throughout your being. And with the Ace of Cups, we have new emotional energy coming through. So I'm really picking up on this kind of manifestational energy. You may be really prioritizing this lately, like manifestation, scripting, affirmations, or maybe through this reading, you're being called to prioritize that more, if that resonates with you. But with the Ace of Cups, it's kind of like stepping through this portal where you've just decided, because again, our choices and our intentions are really what make those pivotal shifts of our reality. But you've chosen to show up in a completely different embodiment, which is one of joy and positive emotions, knowing that, new beginnings, new love, new positive emotions, new ways of expressing your creativity, new experiences of feeling compassion, deep self-compassion, deep self-kindness. You are claiming that as you step into this new embodiment. It's like releasing the dam and allowing your heart to overflow. And like, if you can just recognize that the ability to do that can be sparked simply by the choice and the intention to do so. And of course, with the Aries here, Aries is that spark of the match to start a new beginning. And it's so fitting with the Ace of Cups. And of course, there is healing that is done. There is nervous system regulation. There is deep somatic healing that must be done to allow ourselves to step into those embodied feelings. But you've done this work, and you truly, Spirit wants you to understand that the power of your choice is so much stronger. Like, you have more power through your choice than you think that you do. And of course, there are old paradigms, there are old limiting thought beliefs that you may feel like you're still stuck to, but a simple and easy choice to not identify with them will propel you forward into this new timeline. So that's coming through so strongly with the Ace of Cups. This ability to start again because of this kindness you have for yourself, and because of that spark of a choice you have to enter into a new realm of joy and positive emotions and love. And so with the Hierophant, so we had the Hierophant, the Judgment, and the High Priestess. It's really interesting because, the Judgment calls us to evaluate where we are, what actions we need to take to move forward. And sandwiched between the Hierophant and the High Priestess, I'm really picking up on this balancing. And of course, with the Aries card as the overarching energy here, we have this sense of, like it said in the beginning, asking, how does this resonate with me? How does this benefit me? How does this affect me, right? Like, taking that personalized approach where you evaluate with the Judgment, what is right for you? What is fitting for you? And so as we interpret the Hierophant and High Priestess and the duality between those two symbolisms, we are being guided to, with kindness, evaluate and awaken to what needs to be done for you, specifically for you and your journey. So with the Hierophant, of course, we have tradition, institutions or mentors that can provide belief systems, spiritual leaders, organized religion, things like that. And, the structures like marriage, or it could be like an educational setting or endeavor. And with the High Priestess, we have that divine feminine energy, that intuition, inner wisdom, spiritual knowledge. It also talks about religion, just like the Hierophant. But what's coming through here is that with the combination of these two cards, this is about balancing and integrating the duality of these energies. So with the Hierophant, it's about receiving external guidance or being connected to some kind of authority, whether it's an authority figure or an institution or organization. And it's about learning from others when it comes to your self-development and spiritual growth journey. That's what I'm getting from the Hierophant. Balancing that with the High Priestess, which is that introspection and, being grounded in your own experiences and inner truth and inner wisdom, and knowing when you need to seek out guidance and knowledge and when you have what you need internally. So it's that balance between our intuition and our external guidance that we receive. And of course, with the Aries card, it's all about remaining true to ourselves as we're on this journey and as we're learning these valuable lessons. And it's that embracing of the inner and the outer world. And the Judgment is a extremely significant awakening and self-evaluation so that you can go through this renewal with purpose, so that you can reflect and have this reckoning, if you will, and move forward knowing what is meant for you. Again, with the Aries card, it's like, this is about what you need. This is about what's true for you. And as a result of this powerful self-reflection of the Judgment card, you are going to be clear on whether it's small actions that you need to take in your daily life to get you on track with your highest timeline, with your authentic path, or whether it's huge, radical changes that are going to impact those around you. Only you can know that for yourself. But to get to that decision from that self-reflection, you're going to need to balance, again, that inner and outer world, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, the external knowledge and institutions and leaders and mentors, as well as your inner guidance and wisdom and intuition. And another interpretation I'm getting, especially with the Aries card, because Aries can kind of at times go against the grain or do something new or not with the norm. Like Aries can be like the pioneer and the leader of new approaches, let's say. And so as we interpret that in the context of the Hierophant, this can also be about rewriting old belief systems or going against the traditional ways of doing things. But there's also this kind of foundation of respecting and taking what resonates, from the leaders and mentors and authorities that have lived before you or that you look up to. But with the Aries energy, I also wanted to be clear that sometimes this can be rewriting or shifting your interpretation or your beliefs. And, because we are having this powerful awakening and self-reflection about the balance between, the wisdom we receive from others versus the wisdom we get from our own inner knowing and intuition, this can lead to changes. This can lead to pivots in what matters to us and the philosophy that we approach life with, because this is all about what is going to be authentic for us, even if it means doing something new, doing something in a new way, pioneering a new way that you approach life. So I want to pull one more card. Let's get this one. 3 of Cups. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, I feel like we got this in a previous reading as well. Celebrating yourself, attracting your soul family, right? This is about community, friendships, people that you can laugh and celebrate with, who are going to support you and uplift you. And so as you do this self-reflection and awakening on such a powerful level, and you feed that into yourself with kindness and with the joy of the sun and the empowerment of the Ace of Cups and these new feelings, you are getting to this place of celebration and attracting and magnetizing others that are going to resonate with your truth, that are going to be compatible and aligned with your beliefs and your way of showing up in the world, rather than the previous timeline's external circumstances that were attracted through your wounds and your pain and those kind of trauma bonds, right? Like that's the old timeline. Now you're bonding with others through joy, through resonance, through alignment. And that's the highest manifestation of kindness, right? When it starts with self-kindness and then it projects outward and allows you to attract and magnetize kindness through your connections with others. So, in conclusion, you are rediscovering your joy and opening your heart again. You're awakening to what is true for you and your soul, as you are potentially rewriting your philosophies or reevaluating them and tapping into the strength of your intuition, which is rippling out to allow you to align with people who resonate with you, who will celebrate you, and who you can celebrate life with. So make sure you continue to be kind to yourself on this journey and allow these beautiful, abundant manifestations to continue to come into your life and continue to allow love to expand. And I actually want to pull an oracle card from Nature's Whispers. So let's see. We have Show Your Support, number 40. So I'm going to read this one. I mean, I feel like this is super aligned with the 3 of Cups, of just the supportive environments that you're attracting into your life. So it says, take time to encourage a colleague, coworker, family member, or friend. Wow, even that first sentence is so aligned with the 3 of Cups and the kindness. You know, this is about showing kindness externally, outwardly to your community, right? Okay, it says, be a strong shoulder or willing volunteer to run errands. Provide a safe space for another's concerns and feelings to be discussed, and be a good listener. Jump in on providing extra time. Sponsor someone else's work. Share in someone's success. All of nature continually shows us the value in creating a strong network. The trees provide shelter and support for many different inhabitants. We are a community, and when we support each other, everyone gains. Wow, that is so fitting with the 3 of Cups card and the sense of community. And I also feel like I was drawn to pull that card because in the beginning when I was reading about the Aries energy, it talks about avoiding selfishness and not losing sight of the larger situation. So I feel like Spirit wanted us to close this reading with a reminder of ways that you can not just be on your own personal, internal journey of growth and development and healing, and, you know, expressing that kindness to yourself, but also to remember to take part in a larger community. And even if you're in a place where, you know, I talk a lot in the recent readings about maybe feeling isolated or feeling that hermit energy on your spiritual and healing journey, which is very common for this collective. So you very well may be in a period or a phase of still trying to attract your soul tribe, attract your aligned community. And so Spirit is reminding us that at any time, whether you feel like you still are trying to attract, aligned friendships and connections, or whether you feel like you actually do have a really well-established community, you can always take those actions to express kindness and support towards others, to the people that you do have in your life who are aligned with you and, supportive of you. And so I think that that's just a really beautiful kind of full circle moment to balance the Aries ability to, take action for yourself, balance that with the Three of Cups and the sense of community and, showing your support for those around you as a ripple effect and as an outward projection of the kindness that you express for yourself. So I'm going to close the reading here. Thank you so much for tuning in today on day 5. I look forward to seeing you back tomorrow on day 6. And thank you so much for listening. And until then, bye.